We are vastly superior to humans. You know it to be true, so do not resist us. Coming to you live by a tape-delayed basis by means of digital distribution. This is Extreme Hardcore Nerds. Here are your hosts.
Ready, set, game on.
And we are back, and it is that time of the day where we do our review of Battlefield 3. EA's perennial challenger to Call of Duty. Can they take the king off the mountain?
Or at least flick him in the ear.
Or at least buzz him a couple times and be like, dude, seriously, leave me alone.
Make him annoyed.
Yeah. I think they do. I think they're doing a pretty good job.
Okay.
Because we all, well, first let's break it down to two parts. Multiplayer and single player.
All right.
Single player first. You play as a Marine known by the name of Blackburn, and you have information of a terrorist plot that is going to happen in the United States. But you have been arrested, and now you are being interrogated by our government to find out what we really know about this. And that is basically the setup for the game, is you just play flashback missions of him while he was in Iran, when he was part of an insurgents, when, you know, things like that.
Okay. Standard military stuff.
Yeah. As far as storyline goes, it's meh. I mean, it's nothing you haven't played before.
Okay.
It's not like the Bad Company or Battlefields, where I actually like felt this deep attachment to the guys. Like, I actually cared about them, and they were witty and funny, and these guys all sound like Christian Bale on the set of Terminator. Like, if one prop is out of place, I'm gonna just go completely nuts.
I just shot this guy in a box over there. What a fucking idiot.
Yeah. And I also love too how as I'm playing through, they're like, oh hey, we need to clear out this bridge. So I'm like, okay. So I go start running across the bridge to clear it, and they're all hiding behind cover, and I'm just like Rambo styling, shooting guys, and this, and it's like, I'm running faster than you. What the hell? I will say this though, as far as difficulty settings, there is a huge gap between easy and normal.
Really?
Really. Easy defines just that. It's pretty much a cakewalk through the game. Mm-hmm. Normal, I probably died about 30 times in the first hour.
So it's pretty much, every shot is basically a headshot.
Almost, yep.
That is a steep curve.
And then, yeah, hard, they even crank it up that much more.
If they sneeze on you,
you're dead.
You will die.
Yep.
Wow.
So there's depth. It basically, it reminded me of Medal of Honor.
Okay, really?
Yeah, as far as that goes, of how steep the
curve is.
The curve was to where, you know, like, okay, I was expecting a little more difficulty, but I wasn't expecting like normal to be, holy shit, I have been playing for an hour and I'm not even out of the first mission yet.
Okay, that is a fucking curve.
Uh-huh. And especially, like, there's one part in the game, and I'm not going to spoil anything, where you have to be stealthy. On normal, stealth is not an option.
There is no stealth.
There's no such thing as stealth in this part.
This is not. They just look at you. This is not fucking Splinter Cell, damn it.
So, otherwise, the vehicle moments are awesome. I did love the level where you're driving through the desert in the tank and taking out
the one we saw.
The one from E3.
I'm guessing way more fun than what they showed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it actually was entertaining.
You didn't get there, and it was just.
Where they cut off, there's still about a good maybe 10, 20 minutes of the mission left that they didn't show.
Okay.
That's like, this is awesome.
All right.
Also, the fighter jet scene, or the fighter jet mission towards the beginning of the game was really, really cool. You have no control over the plane whatsoever. You're gunner.
Okay.
That's it. And you just look around and, you know, keep spotting guys.
Did he have goats?
No goats.
Damn.
But I will say this, though. To enhance the experience tremendously, mute the television, find your iPod or your MP3 player, tack it into your radio, and just have Danger Zone playing in the background. It makes it that much better. It really does.
I'm making so many faces at you right now.
I believe it. Gotta love Kenny Loggins.
Continue.
Oh, I got a story for that too, but after the show. So single player, it does have some good elements to it. It has elements that draw you in. That yes, I want to do the vehicle missions. I want to do, but as far as like the characters and as far as
The
story goes, and as far as, you know, the actual gameplay, nothing new at all.
So it literally, did it feel literally tacked on? Like
it kind of, it pretty much, it felt like a standard FPS.
Okay.
It was like, we didn't care about this at all. We're throwing it on there just because we want to throw it on there.
So, does it do any good to actually training you for multiplayer?
It does a little bit, because
segue in.
because I mean, there's certain parts of the multiplayer maps that, you know, you're playing through and you're like, okay, you know, I can maybe pick up cover spots here or there, or okay, I can see where like some guys would hide here and there. And I mean, it gives you practice with the guns and like what each gun does as far as like rates of shots and stuff like that. Multiplayer, whole other beast. Multiplayer is awesome. I love multiplayer.
Nice.
I still get my ass kicked, but I love multiplayer. Because this multiplayer actually gives you points and rewards just for doing it. I mean, even if you get your ass kicked 20 times and you killed one guy,
You got a point?
you're at the end of the game, you're still going to get something just for doing it.
Nice.
So, I mean, and you can choose from 4 different classes. You have Assault, you have Engineer, you have Medic, and Support.
Okay.
And of course, the more you play, you level up that thing, or level up that section, and you get more weapons at your disposal, more tools to work with.
So are any of the classes overpowered, or just one not important to the other?
Not necessarily, because I mean, each class does help each other in one way, shape, or form. Also, along with that, like, it doesn't feel like if I have to play as this class because, if I level up as this class, I get the rocket launcher and stuff like that. You know, like if you play as an engineer, you get to set up telecom systems and radars, and so you know, like, where guys are. Mm-hmm. Medics, you know, you're always in need of medical attention.
Team Circus has taught us anything.
Yep.
Medic is God.
I do love the fact that you have also all the different kinds. You know, you have your standard capture the flag, team deathmatch. I love playing Rush. I really do.
What is Rush?
Rush is basically,
Other than a band.
basically, okay, if here's your map, you have one team coming in to take certain objectives throughout the map.
Okay.
And you have one team defending
Those
certain
are
locations. And each map has 2 or 3 spots that you have to obtain, you know, basically like capture the flag.
Yeah.
And you can't go on to the next section until you obtain those spots.
All right.
So, and the goal is for the team that's commencing the assault to get all the way through the map. And the team defending, you have to rack up a certain amount of kills to determine that you are the victor.
All right.
So, I also do like that team deathmatch. It's 100 kills.
Oh, 100 kills to map?
Yep.
And is it okay? Cool.
And it's 8-on-8, 16-on-16. There's a lot of guys running around. I mean, it doesn't take very, or it doesn't feel like it doesn't take very long to get to
find
100
somebody.
kills.
Yeah.
Also, I actually do like that if you are a camper or a sniper, they actually give you cover points that work.
So they actually promote camping.
Yes.
Interesting. But
no, I don't mind camping.
No, I'm not saying like but I always think that if they're promoting it, there's some kind of exception to the error.
Well, I mean, that's where like the engineers, the engineer class would come in, like where you can set up the radar and stuff. So okay, there's a guy camping over there. So we know, okay, we need to take out this target. This dude's got the rocket launcher. Okay, you take him out.
All right.
That kind of a thing. So, I mean, that's where they keep it balanced.
Yeah.
So it's not like, everybody's just laying in the weeds, looking through their scopes and all Giro 13 on each other.
Okay, but it does seem that each of the classes are literally, there's an exception to every class.
Yes.
Every class has something that can beat it.
That's going to be very beneficial to it. But at the same time, it's not like this class is super overpowering
to another.
or to another, or where it feels like, okay, I have to be this class every time. Mm-hmm. So you've got 32 medics running around or 32 assault teams running around, things like that. The vehicles are awesome. There is a learning curve on how to fly these things.
Yeah, so the controls for those flying vehicles might have a little bit.
The jets and the choppers, a little more difficult to work with. But once you get the hang of them, oh god, they are so much fun.
Okay.
They really are. They bring such a dynamic to the game.
Okay, so we're gonna point that out. The controls for the controls for the vehicles don't suck. They just take some learning.
Yes, they're
okay.
Yes.
So they work.
They work if once you learn how to work them.
All right.
I mean, at first they can be a little finicky, and you're like, "What the hell am I supposed?" Oh shit! Crashing.
All right. So Jim Sterling, you just have problems. It's just learning.
But I feel once you actually try it a couple times, and you're like, okay, and every vehicle works differently. Every vehicle handles differently.
All right.
So, I mean, you're not going to fly a chopper the same way you drive a tank. So you actually have to get the feel for what the vehicle can and cannot do.
Yes, because the tank has 6 levers, even though there are only 4 directions.
Yes. So once you've accomplished this, and once you know where you stand, then you're going to have a lot more fun with the vehicles.
Okay.
And the vehicles, even the vehicles have their own. The more you use them, and you gain experience there, and you can unlock more items and more. And I mean, at that point, when you got jets with like heat seeker missiles.
Okay, yeah, there's no point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You just get to rip it up. Or like a friend of mine, we get in the assault chopper, and I'm like, you just fly around. I'll man the 50 cal. It's time to Vietnam up in here.
It's good to see.
So, and I mean, more maps are coming. The maps don't feel too big.
Are they big? They feel big enough for the size of amount of players you get in there.
Yes. It's not like I was playing a map where it felt. I mean, except for a couple times during Rush, like where like I'm respawning at the beginning of the timeline, and we just captured the second thing, so we're moving on to the next one. So I'm just like, great, I gotta run all the way from here to, that was a little boring, but at the same time too, it's like, okay, running right, ooh, Jeep, and, and I'm off and running again. I do like that when you kill a guy with your blades, you get his dog tags.
Nice. So
there was a couple times that I was able to do that. So melee is definitely one thing I try to work with a little bit here.
Melee in this one works as nice.
Yep.
And is it one-hit kills all the time?
It's one-hit kill. It's pretty much a cutscene. Yep.
It's an animation. All right. So they figured out how to do that instead of the Call of Duty. Move on, dead.
Yep.
Move on,
dead.
Move on, dead.
If you hit it, you will actually spin the guy around, knife right to the chest, pull it up, and next thing, his dog tags will pop up in the corner and show you exactly who you killed.
All right, cool.
So I do like the melee in this.
I love that the Halo thing has caught on.
I know there was one map I was playing that if you're playing team deathmatch and it feels like you're constantly circling in team deathmatch.
So the strafe circle thing, probably.
Yeah, because I mean, as the teams move and as you start moving in a different spot, your respawn point changes.
Okay.
So if it constantly feels like you're going in a circle, and like one match, we had basically the other team pinned down where their respawn point was in this one little, and it was like the circle of death.
Nice.
We had everything lined up, and I was just surprised at how many dumbasses there were. I'm laying right by this giant Mack truck, just on the ground, gun up, and guys are just constantly running towards me. I must have either looked like I was dead or, and pop, 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 pop.
Wow. Just into the barrel.
Yep.
Nice.
So, just one experience of many that I had. All in all, multiplayer is awesome. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Can't hype it enough. To me, this is the multiplayer that I will be playing this holiday. With this, I could really care less about Call of Duty right now.
So, saying that, what do you give this game?
Multiplayer, awesome. Graphics, the Frostbite 2 engine speaks for itself.
It's Frostbite.
It is gorgeous. I mean, that you don't even need to talk about that. You look at a picture from a screenshot from the game, and it more than says enough for it. And then you actually throw it up on a high def TV running at 60 frames a second.
So much good.
Yeah.
So that install did help, or it's not a implied. It's a
it's you better do it.
You better do it. Okay.
Yeah. Knocks on the single player though, just because of, like I said, lack of character, a lack of, drawing me in.
Lack of story, lack of character, just.
Yeah, I mean, that hurt it. Multiplayer, it definitely feels like they put the emphasis on the multiplayer and the co-op play, which for an FPS these days, what else are you going to do?
Why even have it?
Yeah, so all in all, Battlefield 3, I'm giving it an 8.5.
An 8.5, okay.
Like I said, really loved it. Graphics are tremendous. Love the multiplayer. Need to play a little bit more of the storyline or more of the single player to see if it draws me in a little bit more, if I raise that score. But as it stands right now, single player for me is just kind of meh.
Yeah. It's all in the multiplayer.
Yep. It's going to be for me. I'm either going to probably be playing Batman Uncharted or Saints or something, and I'll get the message, hey, I need some help on Battlefield. Okay, give me a couple seconds. I'll throw it in.
All right.
And we'll play it that way. So I know our other resident first-person shooter guy.
Yeah, he did his small bit of review on that as well. And he pretty much had the same amount to say to you as the single player was. It's there, but it's nothing special. It's nothing any different that you've played for an FPS. It's all multiplayer. It's all the guns, all the classes, all of the maps, and all of the playing with everyone else. That is where you go for it. It's what they should have done. If they should have just taken the idea of Team Fortress 2 and stuck it to this.
Yep.
No single player, everything's multiplayer. You just need that. $60 would have perfectly suited you for there. Some knocks to the multiplayer, though, were the lag.
Yeah.
There can definitely be some lag issues, apparently. And this is coming from Garrett, not me. So anyone who wants to cut my throat, you can try. Go ahead. My parents have been trying for a while.
I can vouch for it. I did. There was a couple times where we had some major lagging issues.
Yeah, so there is talk that will be fixed within the near future, as if with any new game that comes out.
There's going to be some bugs.
There's always some bugs. There's some lag. There is some time delay issues, but it didn't at all apparently hamper the experience of multiplayer. It is fun. It is good. You should get it if you want to try something different and new.
Yes.
So, and he gave it for the whole score out of everything 8.75. So, 0.2, a little bit higher than you, but still.
We're pretty much right.
You're pretty much right in line with each other. You both are enjoying it very much so.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know yet. I guess me and Gunnar will have to sit in a corner and contemplate these scores together and look
Find
at each
out
other.
if it's
and
actually
then,
worthy of a
and
buy or
yes,
not.
I don't know, between me and him, I'll probably still wait for Call of Duty to come out before I make any decisions. It'll definitely say, but since I can play both games on both systems, it's not like one to the other. Well, actually, kind of not true, but still, I can play online now. I actually do have my payment put in, so I have a gold subscription. There is a reason to use it now. My internet works. I still have yet to test it on multiplayer, but it does work. So we'll have to see.
Cool.
You got it on PS3.
Yeah,
Garrett's
I got
the
it
one
on
I think
PS3.
got it on 360. So
Yep.
all right, so I'm not completely out of the loop there.
So, but that does bring this edition of the Extreme Hardcore Nerds podcast to a close for this week.
It does.
We made it.
In a short amount of time. What time is it?
Yeah, oh God, we cruised through this one.
Well, it was pretty much a short week. We had to, pad out all the time with a lot of other random talking.
And we didn't have all the interruptions with Garrett here like we normally do, so amazing how much we can streamline when.
Bunnies, meow, shut the fuck up, Andrew. There we go. Garrett was here.
Okay. But, with that having been said, I have been your host, your all-knowing exalted one, your king of kings, Andy Kruger, along with...
You're ever-present, still somewhere in the shadows, watching you sleep at night, Dark Reaper Stephen Creighton.
Peace, everyone.
See you later, folks. I'm not taking this hood off.